It is about excellence. Right? To me, the Xencelabs products is they really listen to the artists and they've attributed all those different comments, all the different feelings that artists have about wanting a unique experience that feels as much as drawn on with pencil and paper into the digital form of their pin displays. So for me, that excellence, that listening to artists and how they've crafted and designed the product itself means that it is a level of excellence that I pursue in my work too. And I got to say, it's been really great just to be able to feel like I'm drawing on paper again as much as possible. And for a 2D guy like myself that was raised drawing pencil and paper together and bringing characters to life, to be able to do that now digitally with the Xencelab pin display has been really awesome, really awesome. I've already had a great experience with Xencelabs Pin Display 24, and I have that set up in my studio. But now with the 16, it's really groundbreaking for me. I can actually take that with me, go out into the world, and it inspires me to create different kinds of artwork. Like I created this piece for Xencelabs, and it all has to do with being out in the forest in a magical world. And that's what I think of when I think of my creativity of being out in the world and not being kind of reined into being inside of my studio. When I'm outside, I can be influenced by other things around me. The supernatural seems to come to life. There's a magical quality in the work that I come up with. So it's that sense of inspiration that's anywhere and everywhere that I'm able to attract to and pull that into the work that I do. It's really because the Pin Display 16 is so portable. I could take it on the go with me. I'm not really hampered by anything. It only has one cord, so it's very easy to use. And the color richness, the vibrancy of it too, being out and about, and the fact that it has a non-glare surface to it and 4K resolution is one of the things that I really love about creating it. Well, when I go into my own imagination and my own realm inside of my mind, it's a place of magic. It's a place of mystery. And so when I thought of coming up with an illustration for this, I wanted to put myself out into a dreamy night forest scene and then be surrounded by creatures and critters that I just love to draw. I love to draw animals and especially little mice and stuff and dress them up as if they're humans with swords and in great adventures. So to be able to put myself in there and also have some assistance of other creatures like a mermaid that's holding up the pin display, I just thought it really helped to kind of show this magical world, the world of my imagination. Well, I love that Xencelab really listens to artists, first and foremost. So to be able to speak into not only what they've already designed, but also to be able to take that's already been influenced by other artists and take that into creating new artwork with it and be able to show what I can do with the tool. To me, that's a really great privilege and honor that I have. And Xencelabs is just a great partner for me as an artist too, so that I can help them with their product, but also that I can also be inspired by what it can do and take it into the world. My brother and I have a twin brother, Tom Bancroft, and he and I grew up just like most twins. And brothers, we were very competitive. So instead of with sports, we were competitive with our drawing. So we started very early being influenced by comic strips like Calvin and Hobbes. And that's what got us into drawing together. We used to create comic strips together and comic books. We were big Marvel fans and Disney fans. And that really led us into animation when we discovered that, well, one summer we made a clay animated film. And it was all stop motion and kind of ugly looking and janky, but we fell in love with bringing characters to life. That led us to finding out about CalArts, California Institute of the Arts, which is the school that we went to. And we were taught by top professionals in the industry, Disney animators, actually, that would work at Disney during the day and come and teach us at nighttime. That's how we grew into being animators and had a rich education, I would say, taught by professionals in the industry. Well, it all starts with the story. Sometimes that's a script, sometimes that's just a concept, but you got to have a good story that will engage the audience, and then therefore you create and craft characters that will bring that story to life. So for me, I remember on The Lion King, the directors just pitched me the idea of, okay, they're these two buddies and they have this bachelor lifestyle. They're kind of party guys, and they don't really take care of themselves too well. They just hang out together and have fun. And so that was the pitch for Pumbaa and Timon for The Lion King. And from there, it just became an idea of playing with different shapes. What does the characters look like? How do we caricaturize them so that they look appealing, they look different from each other, and also stand together as an overall style and look for the film? So yeah, that tends to be my approach with characters. You know, it does come down to excellence. I think that's what makes me a professional in the industry. I learned from, like I said, my instructors at CalArts all were Disney animators that worked there during the day. What I got from them and what I got from the legacy of Disney animation was a pursuit of excellence, that we had to be at the top of our game. We had to really understand what it was to create a character and create a performance for it that would really fuel the story. And I learned from guys that were taught by the 9 old men of Disney. These were the famous masters of animation. I was taught second generation from those Disney animators. And everybody, no matter what, we would iterate and iterate, and everybody would talk about being excellent at what you do. That's job number one. When you learn that early on in your career, it tends to stick with you. So that's my reason. I always seek out excellence in everything I do. Style is something that we all have as artists, and we all come to our style in different ways. It's usually whatever influences us, what captures our eye, what really inspires us. And so I was inspired by comic strips and the legacy of Disney animation. And because of that, I feel like my style is adapted from a little bit of Disney and a little bit of comic strips, comic books. All of those influences has really made who I am and what my style is, I would say. Yeah, I mentioned my twin brother, and he and I are not only competitive sometimes, but we also like to work together. And so we are developing a film right now. It's a film based on a story that my brother had, and we want to make a feature animated film. Xencelabs pin displays will be part of that process for me. It already has been. So we want to create movies together. I also like to teach, and so I'm teaching at a university in Nashville right now called Lipscomb University, and I head up the animation program. So being able to inspire the next generation through what I learned from Disney's 9 old men and the mentors that I had is really an honor and a privilege for me to be able to do.